Dark Angel in the blue color. Pairing up with Whitey Joe Young together, they are Young Angel. And on the other side, we have got Reckless X Bankai pairing up with Best of BC. That's a whole lot of early generators there. They are Best of Bankai. Welcome to the winners finals of our $250 tournament. This is the Amateur League's main event. It's already the second season of this happening, so very great to be here. And I'm sure the players are super happy to be in the main events. Winners, semis, pretty big deal. Serena and Decimus here is the combo. We've seen this before from Team Young Angel, and it's army vibe galore. That is actually the objective. So let's see how Best of Bankai handles it. They've got OUNSC with Jerome and Kinsano. Curious as to the strat there, but certainly a lot of jackrabbits are on the table. However, it's gonna be more barracks focused, seemingly. Plus hero. Kinsano is not gonna want to go hero. That's a Jerome special, so we know who's who. Love the Marine Vigil. Move out of the way of those shots. And gobble up all the resources and get out of there. Whitey also going hero with the Warlord, and the Bison is coming up. So yeah, there will be plenty of heroes this time around. Dark Angel might be going a little bit on the defense there. He's getting the watchtower. Oh, wait. He's the one capturing the power nodes, and there's no ice around it. There is ice around it. He's not gonna do the previous mix. So I guess he wants the stronger ice boys. Cavalbringers are currently messing up his infantry, but the Bison can more than handle this. We also got another watchtower coming up. Very cheap defense. As long as you're interested in icing the enemies. Won't actually do the damage, but the shattering does. So it kind of works out. And look at that slowing effect. It's huge. Whoa, those Marines almost got frozen as well. Anyway, Bison's getting the job done. I think it's upgraded now. And we've got a second generator coming in as well. Several squads have been killed already for very little cost. And eventually this Bison will be ranking up. Although it takes a long time to get there. Decimus ends up being a pretty good counter actually to Jerome. If you can get the pull. Got the icicles, but this time around there's no mines. There's no ice mines, so watch out for that. Although it's always possible to still get it anyway, but then you forfeit the heal. Finally, the middle is being grabbed by Best of BC. And the double barrack spam continues with a lot of snipers. That's going to be nice against the Decimus, who grabs the Mantis real quick. But yeah, Jerome cleans up pretty good in the middle, and the Warlord alone is going to be escaping from this. I would say Team Red can keep pushing a little bit. And the blue boys will just have to be patient and come back later. Helldrop is ready once again, but there's not enough stuff here to really destroy the turret. Not worth doing it right now. Maybe later when there's something to stun. Some clumped up units. Just the Bison trying to deploy. It's all good opportunities. Desi has Siphon, but that's a lot of snipers and they just shot him down. 7 snipers. They're really not messing around. The Bison has to do something about this. And it might very well do so, but you have to micro it. You have to shoot the snipers specifically. And it doesn't look like it's happening right now. It's shooting everything else instead. Maybe the Bison's just waiting for the right moment, but it doesn't look like it will come. Once again, they freeze, but the Bison's getting extra low. Even the Jerome jumps into the Mantis, and now the Bison will go down to all this superior firepower. This might push all the way back to Dark Angel space, although that's the harder one to kill. I would say, generally speaking, go into the Decimus space, as Decimus players sometimes don't make turrets. It's definitely worth checking. Yeah, don't bother with this. It's full of ice. Dark Angel looking to expo as well. The double barracks action has ended for Reckless Bankai, getting a generator himself now. Rest of BC already has it, and very close to tier 2 actually. It's got the double barracks in the middle still. No, don't do this. Do it. This is a spot to go, for sure. The 7 snipers would wipe out that hero. Would love to see that, but it doesn't look like it will come to it. Maybe now? Looks like they'll meet. Sniper should very easily get rid of the Suis as well. If not, and it connects, that's a problem for them. Oh my god, that's a great beam. Oh, the snipers! Oh, the resources of the investment! It's all gone. Holy yikes. Ah, the timing of the Hellbringers. Actually saving that Jerome. Very nicely played. Very nicely played. That saved him, for sure. Warlord was going to be an absolute pain. There's still snipers left, however, but the Bison, well, they can't do much about the Bison. They can't even shoot it. Gonna freeze on the way out and supposedly get shattered as well. Which means death. Huh? What was that? Why no shooty? What? Anyway, Dark Angel now setting up the expo, and with the blue team surviving, you know, it's not entirely impossible that they make a comeback happen. That Serena drop can be rather nasty, and I'm fairly certain that now that the turret's up, probably a turret drop is available. Bunch of hogs plus that. Seems like not too bad of a defense overall. But there's still a very healthy amount of Hellbringers. And we've got the mines after all from Dark Angel, but the placement isn't as hot as it could be. Hellbringer's getting frozen, of course, but we have got the Bison. And it looks like that's cleaning up everything. These anti-infantry turrets, man, with their splash damage and oh, the mass freeze. This is it. So much icing on this cake. Hero getting some healing, but it's not enough, it seems. I think it's a siphon actually that it's getting, not a different kind of. Oh my goodness, look how fast it's going up. What is going on? It's not like there's a restoration Jones I didn't see. Why did it keep going up? Anyway, 1 star on the Bison. That is bonkers. Love to see it. The entire infantry army is gone. And now we got the Decimus counterattack with the counter units. Warlord. And supposedly fairly soon Whitey Joeyang will also have the Decimus drop. You really want to save up for that thing. Capture power nodes for now. Stop making these expensive units and maybe get out just a bunch of grunts. Capture the power nodes, upgrade your buildings, which has already been done, it looks like. That's good. And then, yeah, Desi drop. Nice kill on that. Doesn't have grunts for the Nightingale though, so that will take a bit of work. Bison on the other side, kind of surrounded here. I'm not sure I love the situation for the Bison. It's gonna try to get out of here. Is there a heal or what? No, no, no. It's gonna get stunned and killed. Nice health drop for sure. Together with the Cyclops, it was more than sufficient. I kind of wish that Dark Angel had healed that up somehow. Getting a Nightingale out isn't the tallest order. But anyway, slowly but surely, Young Angel is working through the middle. Found this Siphon keeping these units alive for a million years. Not even sure if snipers can change that. Sure, they can get the grunts, but I think they're about to get beamed again. Nightingale is gonna eat it. That was a cancel on the beam. That could have been juicier. But what was that, Whitey? What was that? Hellbringers might be the better answer with dispersion nozzles at this point. They're just a little less fragile. You can put them in the Mastodons. Seems like a good way to go for me. And Insano just probably wants to rely on the drops and not have too many production buildings. Get that hero out. It's tier 2 after all, so. Still, this is a good push, and finally we're gonna see a Kodiak that will also help shut all of this down. But if the Mastodons get on top, well, Kodiak's power is drastically reduced in such cases. My detonation didn't do all that much damage. One ranger is a perfectly acceptable loss. So snipers definitely want to get back in there. And they got it. Man, they're doing so much work right now. All of the blue infantry is gone. The Warlord hero is actually not very highly upgraded. We're gonna have that Decimus, but Spartan morale is gonna make these Mastodons move fast enough to kite him. Whitey's base itself is not particularly healthy. 4th Mastodon just in case. There is a counterattack with the Bison, but it's getting Flamehawk dropped. There's a turret. I think these guys have got this. Getting the Kodiak kill is huge. Can they chase down this? Or what? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Got a Vortex plus drop, but nothing was frozen just yet. So there was no shatter from the Serena drop. Unfortunately, it's so important to add that in because it swings fights very much. Anti-vehicle turret working on that ice cream truck, but not by quite enough. It looks like it will be shattered and destroyed. Maybe the one in the back can upgrade, but doesn't look like it. Because Bankai is in actual trouble if this entire base freezes over. And looks like the ice cream truck can handle the hogs as well. Brutal stuff. Mighty Joyang also kind of holding the base. If he can heal that shield generator, it might actually come up. How much time is left? Come on, give me the numbers. 2 seconds. 1 second. Oh, wow. That's clutch. That's clutch. Especially when the Decimus was in a bit of a pickle, right? Very important little save. That's sure. Might lose the Mastodon there. Oh, boy. One more hit from anything, literally. And they're gone. Snipers of 1 star. Very nice for them, but they have nowhere to run. They do get away though. Bankai on the struggle bus. And the only thing you can really receive is that smoke. I don't think the Mastodons are particularly helpful here either. They have like... Okay, that is good. That is good. Snipers weren't gonna do this, but The ultimate Kinsano drop is great. That's Firestorm Battle Group, if I remember the name correctly. Especially the Hornets doing a lot of work. They have Wingmen. So all is looking good there. I like YoungAngel's situation still, but Best of Bankai is no slouch. They're doing fine. Not having a second base for Best of BC sure hurts though. And it doesn't look like there's gonna be one. 4 tanks moving up for our Serena player. This could be game ending if handled correctly. Make it 5. Can they get canister? They probably could, but population is more important. So many nightingales. The only answer to this would be, oh my god, everything's frozen, the beam's gonna shatter everything and kill them off too. Mines have been dropped, the red army will soon disappear. They had a good counter drop, and the mines are doing some nice damage. So overall, looks like the blue army isn't doing too hot either, but they got tanks left over, they got the Decimus, they got the Warlord, and the beams shatter several additional units. Jerome's dead. This push was absolutely fantastic. Could have been a little cleaner, but we'll forgive it. Reckless Bankai is in serious trouble now with this base cracking army at his doorstep. And they are disconnecting. Game 1 is taken over by YoungAngel. Very solid victory, especially starting off a best of 5 like this. Beautiful. Alright, here we go with game 2. In the dark blue color we have got Dark Angel and his ally. In the light blue this is White Joe Young. They're YoungAngel together. Playing as Anders and Colony, their beloved combination. And on the other side we've got Best of BC. In the yellow and in the red this is Reckless Bankai. Together they are Best of Bankai. Playing as Colony and Shipmaster, so pretty similar overall, but adding the Shipmaster in there. Double banished as well, which doesn't always go down that well. It's nice to have UNSC's mobility and the Nightingales for the healing of large armies. And typically speaking, the UNSC early game leader powers are really nice as well to have to do damage with. Mini bases will be spread out evenly among the teams. So everything's pretty normal there. We've got the War Council from Whitey. That's for the Hunter Captain, and there's gonna be one from Dark Angel as well, no doubt, for Douglas. Back mini base getting picked up. The Grunt is doing the scouting, as the Banished have more starting units. This makes a lot of sense for the Grunts to do that rather than the Marines, which are higher value in one location. So they should probably just do the capturing like this. This is good. So getting that Grunt kill would be nice if Dark Angel can get it done. A little bit of a pain point for Best of Bankai. Especially given that this chopper wasn't able to get anything done. Good choice to keep the Marines together. Kinda the purpose of that is to stop the chopper from being too valuable. If it found the Marines one by one, it would pick them all off, so that's not an option. That skitter on it is something else. Well, here come the ghosts, and you wanna leave the Shipmaster player with the double mini, with 2 minis, and take one for yourself if you're not shippy, because the ghosts are cheap, and it's good to have them be numerous there. As Shipmaster buffs them up, they can capture and decapture. That is the little point. They can also see further and, not see further I think, but they can, that's for infantry only, I'm pretty sure. Vehicles get faster from his raid. Not that I could quickly double check now because we can't look at the leader powers for reasons. Vehicle shielding's coming up. Yeah, Sentinel's gonna get the ghosts a little bit. Bunch of scratches, but nothing too much. Like I said, the capturing from the Sentinels is nice, but there's the push. And I'm not sure that the choppers are ready for this. Like, they're not upgraded. There's grenades. And Hunter Captain just tanked a lot of this. The Spartan's gonna steal one of the ghosts. Still plenty of grenades left, as well as grunt mines. The Hunter Captain hard counters this kind of business, so you really want to go some kind of infantry here in order to defend, but yeah, the double banish probably not going to work out very well. Sui's doing a little bit of infantry cleanup, but yeah, it's all down to the turrets now, as most of the scouts have been destroyed. Not a great start for Best of Bankai, I have to say. And bear in mind, this is not over. This is only really just beginning, as Mighty Joe Young will have colony drop available. Oh, that's a sick suicide grunt though. Got a lot done there. Enough to push this army back for a moment. 4 turrets looking at the sensor tower, but still the 3 turrets looking pretty scary. Team Blue recapturing the power nodes. They're expanding. They're probably going to be going tier 2 shortly. Well, Whitey is. And he's going to have an absolute monster of a Hunter Capitano. Whitey getting the upgrade. Dark Angel is still behind on that front, but he's at least getting tier 2 himself. So once he gets the Spartan upgrade, Douglas will have a rocket launcher. Then I assume he'll get the Marine upgrades as well. Or maybe he'll just go into Warthogs, as he likes to do. It's a lot of Suis. Shame if a Spartan landed on them. Team Blue trying to get every single power node, but it's not gonna happen. The ghosts aren't gonna allow it. Not much they can do about the rest though. They can take back the 1 power node, maybe 2. But then that's it. Best of BC is at least getting his own Hunter Captain out. Reckless Bankai not so much. He's not getting the hero. No surprise to see that, honestly. He's got a lot of resources. Might be saving for the drop. That's Spirit Support. 1 mini base was destroyed, and I'm really surprised that Team Blue didn't stick around to do the drop timing and whatever. The Hellbringers are being annoying, but there's no Goliaths anywhere. Where are the Goliaths? Not anywhere, really. Alright, Marines are combat tech. That should help a lot against the Ghosts. They're basically not a viable unit anymore. Now the generator goes down, and rocket launcher is coming in. Dark Angel's gonna work on the extra supply pads. His base is looking good. He turrets this up, it's not going down, basically. Warthog's coming too. In a few more minutes from now, he'll have the Retriever Sentinel. His base is taking a lot of a beating. Can he actually destroy it? I think he should. Oof, getting a nice slam against the Suicide Grunts. Almost kills all of them. whatever's left is totally acceptable as a deal. The energy might heal this base back up before anything serious happens, so good on them. Oh man, that was nice. That was a nice base kill right there. Reckless Bankai in trouble. Sure, he'll get the Goliath kills, but he lost the base for this. That's a great deal over. Blech. I cannot English today. I'm sorry for this entire tournament it's been. I have no command of myself. My vocal cords and my mouth just do what they want. B3st BC also losing his base is an absolute disaster though. Oh my goodness, I thought he's resigning. There's still a chance. There's still a chance. This devastating host, right? That can really hold super well under a shield. So I'd love to see that attempted. But if this gets bull rushed right now, and the Retriever Sentinel gets dropped in, Dark Angel granted doesn't have the resources, but guess what combined they do? Wait, Mighty went tier 3? What? Dude, that's wild. Now there better be some pushing attempt from these guys, because if Reckless Bankai and B3st BC are just stuck at home, they're eventually gonna get pushed in even further. And when you deal with these high tier leader points, you'll be losing buildings, and that's not really acceptable at this point in the game. Kodiak and Hero more than able to shoot this away for now. EJ Cool B just subscribe. Thank you. Thanks for your support. We appreciate it. Pizza. So, Reckless Bankai should be able to save this base. That's not an issue. Nothing that can come his way right now should be able to destroy it. Except the Retriever, of course, but I don't think it will get dropped on all this. That would be a little ambitious, although getting a nice juicy sneeze on these grunts could be devastating. So remains to be seen if that happens or not. Right now, Dark Angel has too much population. Oh wait, that's because he had no population and he just dropped it in the back. I missed it. Anyway, main is now gonna be threatened. Let's see how long that shield can hold. Not very is the answer. There's 2 anti-air turrets, which help a lot, but they're banished, so well, you know, their power level leaves you wishing for more. Oh, come on. You're almost done. Get back in there. Oh, there's a counterattack. A shippy player beaming. Catching a little bit of value there. But also, they're eating a hunter's brand, so that's rough. Kodiak's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting here, but we got a nice taunt in the middle with a nice Spartan Slam. Holy moly, all of those Rangers are absolutely getting deleted by the Kodiak, by the Spartan, by the Wraiths. And this hero is not going down, it's just getting more and more healing. Oh my god, the Retriever joins in the fight as well and demolishes whatever's left, which is not much. Reavers know they must run. Can they actually? I'm not so convinced. Ooh. There was something. And the base is getting picked off by the Vortox in the back. One of the signature Dark Angel moves. He's tier 3 as well now, so you can get vehicle upgrade free, which is almost done. More Kodiaks are coming in, so I assume He's gonna get Sentinel Beacon. Having all those Kodiaks spawn their little Sentinel bros is pretty sick. He's got Synergy as well, which makes him spawn 2, not 1. Which is a lot better of a number. Anyway, the stun is through, and the sneeze. Here it comes. It actually takes out the Reavers, but not much more than that. Rather acceptable damages. And the Reaver is destroyed. Spartan ends up in the garrison, that's fine. Retriever is basically full shield, so it can do this all day. We might see devastating host, I wanted to say, but the population isn't quite right for that right now. Maybe soon. Needs a bit of resources too, but Dark Angel can send. Whitey at the moment a little broke. Dark Angel has all the mini bases on the map, so that's great for Anders' power progression. Did you guys know that building a mini base is as valuable as building a full base when it comes to leader power XP? It's absolutely bonkers. It should have been not the case. in hindsight, one of those little things that never got split up. Well, Reckless's engineer is doing what it can. That one engie is working hard. I would say if you're Dark Angel right now, you want to send resources to your bro. Shield jet! It's coming up. That will save the base. It will also very quickly go down again. Kodiaks. Look at that. 5 volleys maybe? You'd be lucky with that. Nah, look at that. All these Wraiths are wiping it out. The Spartan's stealing a Reaver. Several others are going down to super low health. And what remains, well, it doesn't have any air targets, so that's rough. Where is Sentinel Beacon, by the way? We don't have any little baby Sentinels. Oh well. Best of BC is still dead. Best of Bankai is dead. That's it. 2-0. One more win for YoungAngel, and they've got it. They'd be in the grand finals, whereas Best of Bankai would have to work their way through the losers finals. Difficult scenario, takes a lot of energy out of you, so you don't want to do that if you can avoid it. This could be the last game in this. Dark Angel in the dark blue is joined by Whitey Joe Young in the teal. Together they're YoungAngel. And they're playing as RB and Yap Yap. Not a combo we see all that often. And we got Best of BC in the yellow color. Joined by Reckless Bankai in the red. And together there are Best of Bankai. Playing as RB and Cutter, their signature move on this map. Now, curious to see what's gonna actually happen. I wonder if they're gonna get rushed. Because that could very well happen here. Just, you know, getting a lot of elite enforcers out, as well as the Yap Yap Grunt Riders. Get the two together, and suddenly doubling someone looks pretty promising. I would say that could be a strat that works out very strongly. Some nice takeover of this side at least. There's no power here. The power is in the middle and on the far left side here. Which is currently being picked up by Whitey's chopper. It's getting a good scout off as well and might steal the back mini base, which would be very nice to see. Looks like that cannon fodder will actually get there first. The elites are rushing up, but they're too slow. Actually, they're looking, however, so despite Dark Angel checking it out, the steal is not gonna happen, in fact. So 50-50 map split is the name of the deal. And with this, I would rule out any chances of double barracks happening. And we can just calculate with heavy grunts, methane, and ghosts for Team Blue, and ghosts and infantry plus hero for Team Red. Then follow that up with whatever mine combos are available and drops. Team Blue gets the drops a little later. as they don't have anything on point 3 like that. They have the shape turn drop, I guess, but it's not as good as ODST, is it? Marines moving a lot during the Sentinel takedown, so they're not gonna get veterancy at this rate. Anyway, the swarming is happening now. What about those ghosts? Dark Angel's working on it. Vehicle shielding coming up, ditto. It looks like Team Red will own 3 or 4 power nodes by the end of this. Very nice. Cool, Reckless Bankai also working on the ghost action, but doesn't have any shields yet. Is it coming up behind? Yeah, there it is. And there's the Spartan and Marines. Looks like it's pretty much just Marines. Okay, never mind. Not for long, not for long. The Hellbringers are on the way. EMP doing a lot of damage to the ghosts. Every little bit of damage you get in against those unshielded ghosts is huge. Still, Team Red is controlling the power nodes. That needs to change if Team Blue is to have a chance. The chance for the moment is looking pretty good, except for that Spartan Slam and the Mine combo. It's actually really nice. Oh my goodness. Almost all the infantry is gone. They have some mines of their own, of course, but the numbers, I'm not sure they're there. Granted, a lot of this red army is currently like Hellbringers. But still, this is still gonna force the blue guys to retreat for the moment. If they wait too long, the Spartan's gonna have another jump ready. And potentially ODST drop too. Considering there's enough mini bases here to make that kind of play happen. Dark Angel getting the second power extractor. And same with Whitey. You know, the timings are pretty good. Rest of BC at 57 population, 42 for Reckless Bankai. He should go tier 2 as well behind this. Whitey needs to go tier 2 as well. Dark Angel not going to be able to. The EMPs come through and take out a lot of the ghosts. But here comes the Spartan Slam again. Doesn't have a mine this time, but has ODSTs to at least prolong the stun, if nothing else. The ODSTs never actually dropped their satchels. Now they're surrounded by this combined army, and they're gonna get beamed, man. Oh, the infantry is absolutely getting melted away. One of them being ODST. Oh, good counter ram on the ghosts. But there's still plenty of them left. They're beefed up as well by mines. It ends up being rather even overall. This is very acceptable for both sides. Still a little bit more ghost left for Dark Angel, but it's not that big of a lead that he can just push all the way to the other side of the map. So they're gonna trade away in the middle. Spartan has to be a little careful and respectful, but yeah, that's as far as it will go. Now everybody should be expanding and going tier 2. Reckless Bankai is going tier 2. Rest of BC is very far from it, but he's expanding. Getting another power node. Yeah, Team Red maintains the map control, and that's really what matters here. If Team Blue can't expand or make some other important play happen soon, they're gonna be in serious trouble, especially a Yap Yap player should be on 2 bases already for a while. As you get all that eco you don't spend on units with the cannon fodder, so... Ghost not quite getting the kill. That's unfortunate. Could have probably chased those and done some recapturing. It's a big fleet to send home. For the extractor coming down. Yeah, for Dark Angel, it's mostly just Ghosts. Till I get Swift Fury, and I assume his hero afterwards. Base upgrades. Best of PC. Not quite building yet. He is getting tier 2, however. And supposedly soon a Spartan upgrade. And that Reckless Bankai has gone tier 2. He's getting Hunters out. It's going to be important for the Ghosts. Could get a bunch of Elites as well, but I would say like 2-3 Hunters first is good. Game has certainly calmed down a lot. It's not looking so hot for Team Blue. Not having those bases up and running is definitely problematic. Got an Enforcer. This is made from a barracks. It's not a drop. And that Ghost is looking for trouble. Oh, it survived. That's crazy. Well, the lead of Team Red is going to be furthered here. Augmented Extractor definitely going down. There's no way to save that. Though maybe this group can shoot this away without losing any further buildings. Counter drop also should be happening now. And this looks a little more potent with all the buffed Ghosts as well. Yeah, they might be able to get 2 Extractor kills, but maybe not. There's plenty of defenders. Plasma Bolt actually ends up hitting the middle of the army. But I think Dark Angel is happy enough to trade away his Ghosts. He's probably looking for something better. I would have liked a lot to have him trade into the Elite Rangers. That's always a nice pick. He got some there on the way out. That's good. I guess this was defended without any further building losses indeed. The Ghost stays alive in the little corner there. You can always park it up here if you want. Or whatever that's worth. I like the shields. Wow, that could have been something different. Spartan trying to lure them all into the mine, but that's not gonna happen. Dark Angel's gonna cleanly pick them off, and there's some dropping action on the other side with the RB going after the generators now. Yeah, that is looking pretty good. Not much here that can stop this guy. His rage is almost ready to go. Actually just ends up making a run for it. Understandable given the Elite Rangers. They would pick him off if allowed to. But now I think Best of BC is going tier 3, and Reckless Bankai probably also thinking about his Arbiter hero soon. It's already out, he's done the thinking. It's time for action. Now I'll be looping around. Oh man, that's unlucky. His shield isn't gonna recharge like this. But he should be able to hit the main and, you know, with his rage, stick around a little bit. Oh, hello. The ultimate cutter drop ends up in the middle of the Yap Yap army, but they get stasis. The Yap Yap mine is in the middle too. It's not gonna detonate, just a... Oh, this tank actually rolls over it. There's a stasis mine as well. Shouldn't be necessary, but it doesn't look like it is. Diego getting dropped in as well to deal with the methane wagon. But that debuffs Diego. Oh, wait a second. That tank just made it out into the Nightingale coverage. That's very nice for these guys. See if... Oh, no. Team Blue is running. They're making a run for it. Plasma Bolt is ready for Reckless Bankai as well. Should they be willing to come back? But it doesn't look like they are. I wonder what the play is from here. Dark Angel is tier 3, so he could get his tier 3 Arbiter going and just commit it to bases and whatnot, but the counter offensive is also looking not too bad. Now in the back we've got these enforcers causing trouble. The second enforcer squad is out as well. These guys are from a barracks, the other guys were from a drop. Generator might go down. Might. Probably not. The 3 turrets are enough to hold this. The ODSCs just make sure. And the counterattack's looking pretty solid too. Mini base gets killed, but that's acceptable. Where is Arbiter? No tier 3 for Dark Angel? What? Okay, it's on the way. It's on the way. Sword of Wraiths. Might be too far away from saving this base, I'm afraid. Stacy's gonna come down, but Methane, that's a very clean counter to it. Methane really didn't get much done. RB is about to upgrade with his bubble shield, which helps him avoid the stasis because it's a unit-wide change. So he turns it from something else to this, saving him from things like stasis. And we've got the damage donut as well. Whitey Joyang is in some serious trouble here. ODSTs plus these things plus the army. Yeah, it's a base Viper right there. I think we might need at least a game 4 here, which is totally fine. I'm happy with that. Unless there's some significant counterattack right now that takes down bases and that kind of stuff. Never underestimated tier 3 RB, but he is facing stanchion snipers. They'll slow him down and eventually pepper him until he's dead. Snipers are kind of killing themselves though. Bear in mind this reflects damage. Strongest bubble shield ever. Dark Angel losing his base. And picking off a mini base isn't gonna change much. Stanchion snipers. It's killing itself. Dark Angel has got nothing. It's a bit of a disaster, to be completely honest. That's a nice RB army. SOBC probably wants a population upgrade at this point. So this up here better be something good. It's just a drop. Definitely not enough to hurt the main base. RB is, but... Oh, what about the Wraiths? One of them gets stolen. And guess what? The Hunters are upgraded with Beam Cannon. Yeah, this is not gonna work out for Team YoungAngel, I don't think. They're getting doubled pretty hard. The counter-offensive is only hurting the mini bases. Vestal Bankai can take it. Oof. Hasn't both will help delete the base quite a bit, especially with the Enforcer drop being in. Another ODSD drop too. Just what Doctor ordered. Base is extremely low health. It's also Dark Angel's only base. The counter attack just has not worked. Idols on the other side not being particularly helpful. The Grunt Dome is too late to the party. Has there not been Scorch here for Dark Angel? That's the one thing that could have changed things. There is Scorch, but yeah, too little too late. Unless this is gonna kill that base of best of BCs. Even with the help of these guys, even with Methane, I think it's difficult. My game is fine. Good. So race against the clock for Dark Angel. Oh my god, there's no bases for him to grab. Oh, what a disaster. He's not gonna be... Oh, the stasis! He's getting evacuated out of this game by force. He doesn't want to, but he's forced out of the game. Get nuked. Boo. That was some nice timing there. Everything's dead at the nuke timing. I like it. Style points. Style points. For the engineer delete too. That was good, but there's no way that Whitey can 1v2 this. No way. We're going to at least a game 4. Good job by Best of Bankai bringing back the series. They absolutely have a chance to take this back, but the reverse sweep is still a tall order. I'll insist on that. Game 4. YoungAngel is represented by Dark Angel here, as well as Whitey Joe Young. They're going for those generators real quick. Pavium and Johnny. Definitely a good pick. My UI is messed up. What? Anyway. Got Reckless Bankai on the other side, as well as Best of BC. They're playing as Yap Yap and Johnny. And together they are Best of Bankai. Don't want to miss the action in the middle here, so let's focus on it. That's hot. Good amount of Marines. Oh, they ran over the mine. That's unfortunate. Bet they didn't see it. Chopper gets rammed down in retaliation and focus fired by the Marines. There was not enough wiggling to avoid the shots, and now it looks to me that Team Blue might be a little ahead. It's just tough against those grunts, because they actually do some decent damage, these tier 3 ones. Or 3-star ones. At some point, someone will get to mini base as well. And Best of Bankai is better situated to get the back mini base, so that's good for their economy for sure. Team Blue has to evacuate the middle, which gives a lot of resources to Team Red for sure. The grunt really does not want to share. It's very slow at gathering this. Might want to leave some to Best of BC. There it is. The man has a lot of power available, so time to upgrade that gen. And eventually this mini base will be picked up. A big win, definitely, for Team Red taking over the center like this. This might not be a very long game. Whitey's getting Sergeant Johnny out. We're also gonna have Pavium. Now, two together can create untold amounts of healing on the bunker, which is really gonna be the lifeline. Let's see how well they can pull that off. Best of BC mini anytime now. It's bumping Marines a little hard. Can't make the Spartan yet. There we go. Oh, there's no mini base here. That's a full base, I'm afraid. Wonder if that should be a mini base like in once. Although it's definitely interesting to fight over a full base there. Well, a whole lot of yellow stuff over there anymore. It's just 2 Marines. Now with a double hero, it looks like the middle minis can be taken over. This is the cost of minis just showing its ugly head. To pay off the minis, you'll have to get some value done. Not enough to just gather the middle resources. There's no units being made, man. Reckless Bankai on 800 resources. What is going on, man? Where's the raid camp units that is gonna lose this middle mini without having made anything? That's a disaster right there. They made 1, 2 heavy ground squads, but that's a disaster. So, looking pretty good for YoungAngel, but a critical error by Reckless Bankai might cause his entire team to lose. He's got another raid camp at home and trying to expand now, but is it too little too late? Can Team Blue just push in and punish? It really looks like to me it is possible. Look at that Pavium, oh my goodness, from long range, peppering this army, leaving very little left to the imagination of what else could be killed, because there's like nothing left. And of course, Johnny running in. The next bunker is probably quite soon. There better be turrets back here, Whitey. Oh no, there are not. Hellbringers could definitely create problems, but if Vessel BC is nuked out of the game first, that's a very different kind of story. Fabian doing a good job nerf beaming these boys. Kind of getting farted on for a bit, but it's acceptable. Do I like this Hellbringer bunker situation? I'm not sure. I'm not so convinced about it. There's plenty of brutes around. I think they can do a lot of work here. The bunker is being healed by the Pavium within. Johnny's joining. Sure, the mine will hurt, but Johnny can just pop out and get some healing done. Actually, you know what? This is overwhelming damage. Where is the Johnny healing? Oh, he wasn't available. Okay. Not too bad then. Johnny goes down, I think. Pavium karate kicks. That methane wagon, not quite. He's gonna get stunned by it if he kills it, so have to be careful with that. But Johnny will kill him anyway. Okay, that's a good way to take it down, but I guess does a little bit of health damage to the Johnny too. I mean, my Vitae does reach tier 2 behind this. We'll need a little bit of backup though. This bunker action continues. Vessel BC actually kind of turning this game around there. Very nice to see. Can Johnny come out in time? That's still plenty of units here. A Yap Yap is not yet tier 2, still making cannon fodder. Reckless Bankai almost ready to go up to tier 2 though. As for Best of BC, pretty far away from it, but we're doing damage, so that's good. Dark Angel is in tier 2. Can he do some meaningful kinds of damage though? Pavium, if he comes in, should be able to heal this entire base back up. Sergeant Johnson almost out. And he can get his own bunker to beat the other bunker. Right, that's how it works. We've got his turret also on the way. Doing some nice work. Loses the barracks though, that is annoying. And we'll definitely lose the supply pad, I think. Definitely take these guys a moment to destroy the bunker. Oh my, they're going for another bunker. And that generator is not safe over there. Unless he's got a heal. Or the Pavium arrives, of course. The Pavium will take care of everything. The middle is maintained. There's still a bunker here. The Johnny alone can't push it. Dark Angel holding on. And has always access to the bunker. That's nice to see. Best of BC is trying to get a base. And it is coming up. Without any damage suffered before its completion. Yep, player can also start churning out the heroes. Has the extra generator, that's a total of 2 only. I would have expected that's 3 by now, but no. Anyway, this is a cleanup. Oh no, the generator was lost for Vitae. That's a big problem for sure. It's hurting him a lot. Look, he's got no power at all. Now the bunker's coming in, but this is only gonna slow things down. It's very nice against elite rangers though. Oh, rain of fire getting used on the bunker. Now that is interesting. It gets every unit within. Cost effectively, it's okay. Elites won't be able to hold that garrison for long, but there's a bunker. That is gonna be a tough pickle. Especially with the Pavium in there healing it up. Now the Johnny can go into the other garrison. It's getting taken up by the Goblin though. Plenty of Dark Skies brutes around. Might be able to slap down Best of BC's base. The Grunts are getting evaporated by the Pavium in there, and probably is getting a lot of veterancy from this as well. We've got a Yap Yap drop coming in, but the bunker should be able to sustain itself long enough. There's another bunker drop ready, by the way, should it be needed. I would kind of like to see these guys just sticking around the bunker for safety's sake. Plenty of Rangers as well are around. Reckless Bankai on 52 population. Best of BC only on 9. That's the disaster part of this, really. The barracks have been idle in the middle, so not getting resources and not making units is really not the way you want to be going out of this. Jump Proof is causing so much trouble, and the splash damage all going through on these units. Every infantry dropped is gone, and that leaves the fort wagons, and even the hero actually ends up biting the dust. What's this? That's a chopper. Okay, Expo coming up for Viti. You'll need that. Dark Angel ready to go tier 3 already. He's not messing around. Maybe a few turret upgrades behind this wouldn't be the worst. But yeah, the Johnny and Pavium in the garrisons, or bunkers, sorry, that's actually really, really strong here. Especially when they're not being met with snipers and Kodiaks and the like, and turrets would be actually a really good answer too. But we're seeing none of that. You know, turrets and methane wagons. That's where it's at. That sounds like a lich. Dark Angel using up his resources, which are considerable. He's also approaching tier 3, I'm fairly certain, and then he can make Wraiths here. For now, he's starting off with a Hunter, but yeah, Wraiths are available right now. So it's time to go for that. Pops yet another methane wagon. More heavy grunts. It's not working. Best of Bankai is in serious trouble, although the Lich might get taken down by all this. There's an anti-air turret after all. That's helpful, but hey, where's the... Yeah, I was gonna say, make some units here, but that should be really Wraiths. That's the answer to this. IMO. Oh, Best of BC ends up holding? That's crazy. Now we got the veteran Pavium coming in though. That's gonna end this party real quick. Now, good rain of fire. But the Grunt Dome is soaking up all that damage until now, so yeah, that did basically nothing. Garrison should be relatively safe here. Bunch of hunters in there. It's also taking a lot of damage though, so I think this will go down, no problem. Not sure where the Johnny went, but it's not here. Pavium is tier 3 upgraded with the bubble shield. Got a star on it too, but it is going... I mean, this is overwhelming force. Obviously, it will go down. That's where Johnny is working on Best of BC's Expo in the middle. Don't want to let Johnson grow too big. He certainly is growing too big. Kodiaks need to be targeted onto the center of the base, not the turret. Keep pointing this out, but microing your Kodiaks, guys, it's as easy as selecting them. You can still give orders. Even though they're deployed, they'll listen to you. Pick off the important buildings first. And in case of a 5-slotter, just shoot the 5-slotter. Almost no point in not doing it. Although, this is a problem here. Nice EMP. Now everything's on top of the Kodiaks and it didn't kill the base, so rest in pepperonis. Too late now to change that. Here comes Team Red. Oh my, I think Best of Bankai might be creating a 5-game series for us here with this. It's looking like a really good push. Yap will have a drop behind this. Best of BC has built up real good. He's tier 3. He can make Colossus soon. He's making Mantis, but regardless, the tier 3 Mantis are pretty good too. And they'll nerf targets. That stacks with methane. You guys do the math. Going for the Expo now, just systematically wiping out this team. YoungAngel has got to be kicking themselves right now because they had such a nice lead, but then all this happened and suddenly our Johnny player is gonna have 4 bases because none of them were killed. Tickling every base a little bit and not really getting any damage done has been the MO thus far. Kodiak is getting completely surrounded again by heavy runs. Not the best place to be. Anti-vehicle turret? For what vehicles? What? Sorry, I can't hear you over the ODST soundtrack. It's pretty good. Anyway. Kodiak getting denied. Not that it would be a good answer to anything here. Oh, those yap heals, man. Still wiping the stat. Another anti-vehicle turret. I don't know, man. What happened here? For a while now, these Grand Squads have been fully upgraded. So, my +1 and everything is done. There's a little bit of action here, but it's mostly just grunts. Nothing to worry about. Okay, that was good. That was good with the Brutes taking that down. That needed to happen a lot earlier and on the other side of the map too. I don't think Whitey will hold this base for too long. That's a siege turret drop just happened. Can't believe it. This base isn't going anywhere. Nightingale's fully healed it up. Triple turret. It's safe. Oh, hello. We got the Mantis. Are they tier 3 upgraded for Best of BC? He's not doing that just yet. I like those little laser pointers. That's a nice laser pointer too. Oh! Wow. No wonder I'm attracted to it like a kitten. Yeah, very nice lead on by Best of Bankai. That's exactly what needs to happen here. You know, just delaying the Lich, just doing these counter pushes. It's been fantastic, and they can keep going with what they're doing. More of the same, please. It's looking great. Now, Best of BC might be losing this middle base. Granted that there's not any defenses here, but he can take it. He's got, like he said, all these extra bases the whole time, and they're probably finally wiping Whitey's base, although it seems quite upgraded. 7 slots at least, and he probably has a fortification upgrade as well. Remains to be seen. That's a nice EMP Mag blast. We needed to see that a whole lot sooner. Certainly helped here. There's no units reviving, so these bunkers now going bonkers. Hitting the middle one. There's Pavium inside. So he's doing a lot of work to keep this whole base going. Oh my god. Dude, that bunker just refuses to die. Don't tell me that Fast of Bankai is gonna fizzle out here. Dude, that would mean they haven't done any damage. Just some building strips. They lost entire armies doing this. Sure, they killed a lot of Kodiaks. That was good. Okay, Colossus might be the answer. Colossus, if there's more of that coming, I like their chances a lot, actually. Will Team Blue have an answer to this? Dark Angel has shielded Kodiaks with his body. They're really working together there between the factions. Fabian can't enter the bunker. He's gonna have to clear the enemies out first. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage all of a sudden. Yikes. I don't think he's gonna make it. Losing a 1-star Pavium is a bit of a disaster. No heal was available. The Kodiaks might be firing, but the turrets are unupgraded, so they won't be doing any damage to that Colossus. Grunt Dome is coming down as well to make sure that it stays going. Got the drop from Yap Yap. That's a level 1 drop still, not level 2. Which at 21 minutes is kind of questionable. You want to upgrade that drop to be giving you tier 2 units, or 2-star units rather. Dark Angel losing his base shield. It's the problem. The turret upgrades are happening. But what about that Colossus? Okay, the turret upgrade's really helping out, as you can see. One is gone. But there's so many more where that came from. Where is Whitey's stuff, man? It's 45 pop. What's he making? Kodiaks? That's not an answer against the freaking Colossus. He could take this all day. Dark Angel making Mass Hunter might be viable, but Whitey Joyang is left. We've got a Rain of Fire, but it's not gonna be enough. Not even close. The Red Tide is taken over, and Best of Bankai is pushing this to a 5-game full series. Yeah, following up that not so successful push with the Colossus and then the Rapes, that's kind of where it's at. I'm pretty sure this is tier 3 infantry as well for a Yap Yap player. And the tier 3 heroes, of course. So yeah, all that together will do it. It will do it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in game 5. This series has gone to the very last match now. Dark Angel, representing Team Young Angel, is joined by Whitey Joe Young. Together there. Yeah, I already said Young Angel. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. But we're gonna find energy for this cast. Cutter and Atriox for their team. On the other side, in the red, this is Best of BC. And we've got Reckless Bankai as well. Together they are Best of Bankai. And that's Serena plus Atriox. Frontal Barracks. And that's a raid camp coming up. I like Serena's chances for this. I think it's Serena, right? Yeah. Serena will lock down the entirety of the map with ice, basically. There's a little bit of space that isn't affected, but yeah, man, that's a pretty big deal. The Marines need to get on that as soon as possible. Reckless Bankai going for the quick hero right after some jump routes. Best of BC with the double barracks. So expect a lot of cryo troopers and maybe a handful of snipers in addition to that. People never pick up this power crate. I don't know why. I'd like a little bit more focus on that. Oh, the sniper is actually a great opening unit here against this. If it manages to kite, it will be able to take down these cryo troopers pretty good. Especially if there's two of them. Oh man. Because then they can split into two groups. The cryo troopers never really had a chance. Once they're shielded, of course, it's a lot better for them. And Team Red also claiming a power node. Plasma rounds coming up. Chosen versus Chosen as usual. Marines get past the whole thing, but it's not like you have to worry about sneaky drops later in the game. I guess there's a big drop, but it doesn't get used in that way. It's better to just get a full army shatter. Sniper's doing a great job controlling this, and the double barracks play from our Serena player Best of BC is kind of getting shut down so far. The snipers can go any deeper to make sure to whittle down those numbers. I think that's great. Especially with the Chosen versus Chosen going on at the same time. The snipers can swing that fight pretty hard. I like the chances of YoungAngel just based on the composition, but a lot can happen in a game like this. It's not just about what units you have out currently. There's a good number of snipers there too, and unless Whitey keeps making a lot more snipers than we can see. 6 snipers, okay, that might work. That might work. Especially if they focus down the red snipers themselves. It's doing a pretty good job of retreating at an angle so that they can still shoot. Don't need to over micro that way. Suicide Grunt getting a connection though. Wiping out a lot of Marines in there. Grunts are dying left and right as well. So yeah, so far, Team Blue controlling this rather nicely. There is a power node advantage to Best of Bankai. But can they hold it forever? Maybe not. Because Bankai also switching to mass raid camps. That's, well, 2 of them. I thought that was 3, but no. Dude, those snipers doing so much work. Well done by Whitey. Well done. Just gonna carefully micro that. Keep going that way. It's got the 2 generators behind this. Same with Dark Angel. Not for Best of BC though, and absolutely not for Reckless Bankai. Although they could afford it. The triple power node is really their saving grace right now. Exact, power node can be taken over here. But this is no base pushing army. Don't risk it. Just fight the army. That's good enough. Oh my god. Oh, no, 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 no. The Suis just messed up half the Marines. Oh, that's brutal, man. That is brutal. That said, the snipers are doing some pretty good jobs. Bunch of them starting to drop. I guess the game stabilizes a bit. Whitey attempting to go tier 2. Dark Angel almost there. He's getting an expo. Whitey is not. Which, given his resources, it should be totally doable. Yeah, turrets will save him. Oh wait, there's more. There's more coming. Best of BC also is ready to go tier 2. It's got a handful of snipers, but not quite as many. 6 versus 5. Actually, he did make more than I suspected. Interesting. Whitey getting the expo now. And space is kind of frozen. That's awkward. especially if the generators get frozen, then you lose health on just so much there. Turret never coming up at this rate. Can they freeze it? Oh man, that's annoying. Just barely managed. Not many surviving snipers for Whitey. He kind of got picked off. SOBC still has most of them, so with such a commanding lead in the middle and 4 power nodes capture it, it's looking pretty good for them. Dark Angel attempting to sneak mini, not minis, expansions. And getting their upgrades, of course. Lots of raid camp action. Is it actually time to switch to vehicles, though? It's difficult with the ice. So I like the infantry for the moment. ODSTs might be able to do some damage here. Best of BC was not prepared, funnily enough. Serena is usually the kind of leader that absolutely wants to prepare for this. Have some watchtowers and turrets. More than pays off. Whenever something wants to attack you, they basically don't stand a chance. So now, down the generator has to remake that. A little unfortunate there. But he's got the Expo. Surprised to not see a hero though. I'm sure we'll get to that point soon enough. Tier 2 ice cream truck is something else. So don't sleep on that. I like the Shroud play a lot. Same with the triple raid camp. Make Monkey. Monkey good unit. Yeah, Dark Angel absolutely losing the space. Could be a disaster if this carries on into the later phases with that kind of damage. This has to do something, the space and the monkeys, or else. But it doesn't look like an attacking kind of army. The Warthogs and the turrets and the Cryo Troopers would tear this apart. Finally has Dark Skies, and moving up are the Kodiaks. There is some potential here, but this is Cutter, not Serena. Considering that's already been used. So what's the play? Looks to me like Team Red can almost just push in. I'm gonna take it carefully. There's absolutely no rush for them. But now they're taking sneaky bases and whatnot. Bankai not messing around. Mines don't get any detonations off, but they do a little tickle damage. Puts a fun away across the map. What are they actually attacking though? Not much. A little damage will go through, but yeah, Frost Raven time. That was a nasty beam, man. Rather nasty beam indeed. Bankai kinda is softened up army-wise. Like this blue army could potentially push out. But is it worth it? If they get caught in something, then map control-wise, the Team Blue has nothing, so you really can't risk stuff. Heavy cryo projector coming in as well for the Frost Ravens. Once there's like 6 of them or something like that, then they become a major threat. SWBC has the population space, getting the ice cream truck as well, and upgrades. Yeah, plenty of engineers are out, but there's this big red blob going down the middle. I think we know what this is about. Reckless Bankai should be saving up for eradication, or just receive 1 click of resources. That also works. This army better not return all the way home. I think it's base trade time. Will they be using eradication on defense? Or will it be aggressively? We do have the damage donut coming in. What about the other side? Looks like it has been eradicated actually, and we've got the big drop as well. Mighty Joe Young has already lost his main. He's got the expo still with turrets. But how long can it truly last? SWBC's main is also in similar trouble, but actually the base itself is still going strong. And he's got this with turrets, with the bison. But these guys are attacking the next base already. If Mighty Joe Young loses this base and cannot build here, it's gonna be in huge trouble. He's got the resources though, that's not an issue. It'll be difficult to enter here. Loses the base now. Oh boy. It's definitely at risk. Meanwhile, B3st of BC at least has this going, which is not much, but it's something. Should definitely get some clicks of resources to help turn it up and stuff. And I'm sure eventually he'll have to sell here. So he's gonna get back some of that. But if these guys can return the game into a 2v1 state, then I don't really see much hope for Team Blue. I'm just not so sure it's easy to get it done. Because they just destroyed B3st of BC. They're not in a dissimilar position to Mighty Joe Young. Oh my god. He might actually be able to destroy this work in progress base. Wow. Yeah, that's a goner. That said, YT can build here. But he's getting timed out at the moment. Oh, the beam! It's catching them! Oh, the infantry army is absolutely getting ruined by this. That's rough, buddy. B3st of BC can just rebuy the bases. And YT is trying to expand on the far side, but once again, this is a work in progress base. They're getting chased by tanks and marauders and rangers and the chosen, and oh my god, frost ravens in the air too. Units are dropping left and right. I don't think YoungAngel have got this at all. Quite the opposite, it looks like. A little bit of invulnerability on the Atriox army, doing a little bit of work there. But we've got the icicles coming down from the sky. Still, that's a big blue army, I must say. B3st of BC just got wiped out. Oh my god. Can it be? Can it be that these guys turn this around? Spartan could always jump into the tank. No? Well, it's frozen, I guess, so not that easy. But, of course, Reckless Bankai has 4 bases right now, and B3st of BC working his way up to 3. Although they're pretty naked right now. It's mostly a 1v2 for Reckless Bankai. Although YT doesn't have a whole lot of anything. It's having to rebuild supply pads to have an income right now. Would be nice to upgrade that supply pad in the back. I like the healing from the combat tech marines. Good idea. Saving the ODSTs would be nice too. Just going back to the node to repair. This game might be going the distance after all. Not that easy to put these guys away. And the teammates were doing well defending each other. Now that Best of BC is starting to grow, I'm thinking this could be rather scary rather soon. Once the drops come in, ay ay ay. But it was not long ago that he just used it, so could be threatened, I'd imagine. The addition of Wraiths will help out a ton here against all this infantry and like Reavers. Guess what? Wraiths don't care about that stuff. Dark Angel. Are we gonna go for some scare plays? Might be necessary here against Arena. Although the scare gets frozen nasty. At nasty speeds. These Frost Ravens are brutal against it. Thought you'd escape the ice. Well, Wraiths. Nice. Beams coming down. Oh man, the Wraiths are gone. They got toasted pretty good. Whitey still doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, but he's working on his second base slowly but surely. Kinda supporting Dark Angel a little bit, who needs those population upgrades yesterday. Got so many resources, okay. Infantry upgrade and he's getting everything before pop, I guess. Like challenge mode. Brute's doing a little bit of a counter attack. Good work. Maybe. So BC isn't careful, this will hurt a lot. But it looks like he is quite careful. The Wraiths going home to defend is, in my opinion, overkill. Should still work though. It's not like these guys can punish. Trying to pick off the weakest link, but can't be done. Good job running away from us and wasting the time of the Wraiths, at least. Okay, here come the Wraiths again. This is a huge threat to the Spartan. Oh man, they do so much damage to heroes. The Spartan jumps out trying to get something done. They have to keep running. Oh, it goes down. There was nothing really here to stop the onslaught of the Wraiths. And they'll just keep going, I guess. Also got the Serena drop. Oh, this is gonna be a really short lifespan for Whitey's base, man. How do you even stop this? Engineer bubbles, of course, and healing. That could work, but the shatter damage is too much. All these tanks dealing game-ending damage right there. There's another base. Whitey's upgrading it. Maybe if he has got his big drop ready to go, maybe then he can change things up. He's got the assault group ready, so it's now or never. Chosen is quite highly upgraded too. Bicycle time. That's a lot of Wraiths. Oh my god, they're wiping out the base so quickly. Every chosen shot slows down the base upgrade significantly. The eradication makes sure it's finished. There is no counter to that right now available. We could have bulwarked it maybe, but I think it's on cooldown. And that's it. Best of Bankai has done it. 120 population, maxing out on Wraith and Reaver. That's a game-ending thing right there, especially with the big Serena drop. Very well done, solid play. Now Dark Angel and Whitey aren't completely toast. They're still gonna fight through the losers finals, so we'll see them there again. But Best of Bankai is going to the grand finals. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.